Well, ahoy there, my seasoned explorers. Welcome to the grand finale of our deep dive into Disney's oceans. For decades, Disney has expected us to believe that seven completely unique sisters came from the same mother. As I have plunged into the depths of this mystery, some shocking thoughts surfaced. But before we unveil that bombshell, let's get a quick recap. In part one, we started this theory and dove into Triton's murky lineage, questioning whether his daughters truly shared the same mother. Disney's claims started springing massive leaks when we considered the striking similarities to the Nereids. Last week, we compared the original animated sisters to their live action counterparts. With that redesign, Disney swapped tails, switched features, and gave each sister a fresh new look under the guise of cultural updates. In this final chapter, I have combed through the craziness and narrowed down the list of 50 Nereids to just 7. To avoid confusion, I'm going to use the term nymphs from now on. It's a small technicality, but Nereids gets hard to pronounce after a dozen or so times. Anyway, these watery women just might hold the key to solving this family mystery once and for all. But information on these nymphs was harder to find than a mermaid's tear. Even Wikipedia left me high and dry. But don't worry, because I swam through the murk and pieced together the myths and mischief. So hold on to your fins, my friends, and get ready to meet Triton's 7 secret dalliances. We'll start in the chilly waters of the Chain Sea, located in the northern reaches of the world. Today, I'd peg it around the Sea of Japan, but honestly, your guess is as good as mine. Disney puts Mala here, and I have deduced that Nisea, the mistress of the islands, is her mother. Nisea protects archipelagos, ruling over scattered islands that form isolated pockets of life. First of all, considering the location, this is kind of a perfect match, but also, this reflects Mala's independence. She is very much like the isolated islands that Nisea governs because she is very much an isolated person. Next, Disney places Indira in the warm, sunlit brine dive sea, and I think it's about the mid-Atlantic, which is a setting that made me wonder if her mother should be Halimede. This lady represents salt water itself. She is a symbol of the ocean's life-giving and nourishing power. That being the case, it's a beautiful parallel to Indira, who radiates warmth and light just like the beauty of her home. Now we travel to the murky, brackish waters of the Apneic Sea, which I think is somewhere near modern-day Scandinavia. This is where we find Caspia, and I think that she fits very well as Galene's daughter. Galene embodies calmness and serenity, characteristics that match Caspia very well. She's quiet and she's grounded, and she faces challenges with a calm presence. Moving way south now, we reach the vibrant Fracas Sea, which I think is off the coast of Africa. And this is where we find Tamika. Tamika, who embodies joy and abundance in her environment, is very similar to Amphinome. She ensures her sea is teeming with life and vitality and energy that definitely mirrors Tamika's vibe. Heading even further south, that now we're upside down, we enter the frozen blue of the Saith Sea, which I place somewhere off the coast of modern-day Australia. Granted, North Australia might not scream sea foam and frost, but there are places in Australia that get pretty darn cold. I put the mother of Carina as Galatia, the goddess of sea foam. She is full of grace and beauty, and Carina definitely embodies that stillness and elegance. Don't worry, we're almost done. Next, we're swimming into the serene waters of the Python Sea, smack dab in the Indian Ocean. Disney puts Perla here, so in my investigation, I found Nesso, who embodies balance and harmony. She creates an environment where everything flows peacefully and in balance. I find Perla's personality to be very reminiscent of this. Finally, we reach where Ariel is said to reside, the warm Corine Sea, where I think is approximately Bermuda today. All of the clues that I found points to Thetis being her mother. which means she's the sister of Achilles and the cousin of Hercules. What if Thetis, after losing her son, decided to shed her human identity and retreat from the surface world completely? I imagine she made up the identity of Queen Athena so that she could have her happy ending away from everything. So, what do you think of this theory? Let me know in the comments below, and I will see you next time.